Barbados is known as the culinary capital of the Caribbean and the birthplace of rum. And if you want to try a little bit of both, come down for the Barbados Food and Rum Festival.
Here's how to experience Barbados in 7 days.
When you think of tropical destinations, many islands come to mind, but today's video is all about a place that stands out for more than just its beaches or sunshine. This is Barbados, a Caribbean gem where culture, adventure, and warmth combine to create experiences you can only have right here. In this video, we're taking you through 15 things you can only experience in Barbados, moments that define the island and show why so many travelers fall in love with it again and again. From swimming with turtles to dancing at a fish fry, from exploring ancient caves to sipping the world's oldest rum, we'll walk you through every reason why Barbados deserves to be on your travel list. So whether you're already planning a trip or just dreaming of it, get ready to discover what makes this island unlike any other place on Earth. The first experience you can only have in Barbados is swimming with sea turtles on the calm west coast. There are few places in the world where you can get this close to marine life in such clear, warm water. Around Carlisle Bay and Paynes Bay, local guides take travelers out by small boats, providing masks and snorkels so you can watch these graceful creatures move naturally in their own environment. It's peaceful, exciting, and safe for beginners because the water is shallow and calm. Locals have been doing this for years, and the turtles are protected, so you get a real sense of connection with nature. The experience doesn't feel staged, it's authentic and relaxing. It's one of those moments you remember because it's so simple yet so beautiful, floating quietly while sea turtles glide past you in the blue Caribbean. Next, we move underground for something totally different, exploring Garrison's cave. This natural wonder sits in the middle of the island and is one of the few accessible limestone caves in the entire Caribbean. You'll hop on an electric tram and glide through a maze of tunnels filled with hanging stalactites and rising stalagmites formed over thousands of years. The air is cool, the sound of dripping water echoes gently, and lights highlight the shapes that look almost like frozen waterfalls. Guides explain how the cave formed naturally and why its crystal formations are unique to Barbados geology. It's a journey that mixes adventure and education, and it shows that Barbados isn't just about beaches, there's a whole world under your feet waiting to be seen. Most visitors come out amazed at how such a small island hides something so vast and fascinating below the surface. If you're in Barbados on a Friday night, there's only one place you need to be: the Oistins Fish Fry. This weekly event isn't just a meal, it's a celebration of community. Locals and travelers gather around rows of food stalls where fish sizzles on open grills, the smell of seasoning fills the air, and music plays from every direction. You'll find flying fish, mahi-mahi, and snapper served fresh with rice, plantains, or macaroni pie. People eat, dance, talk, and laugh together under the night sky. It's not a tourist trap, it's real Barbadian life at its best. The energy is friendly and relaxed, and you feel welcome instantly. You can spend hours here, eating, watching dancers move to soca rhythms, and seeing how much pride Bajans take in their food and culture. Few islands have a night like this that perfectly blends good food, good people, and good vibes every single week. For something with history and taste combined, you can't miss a visit to the Gay Rum Distillery, known as the birthplace of rum itself. Dating back to 1703, it's recognized as the oldest rum distillery in the world. When you visit, guides explain how Barbados became the first place to turn sugarcane into rum and how this drink became part of the island's identity. You'll see the old stills, learn how the barrels are aged, and taste samples that show the difference between blends. It's not just about drinking, it's about understanding centuries of tradition and craftsmanship. The staff are proud of their heritage, and you can feel that in the way they tell the story. Many travelers say this tour gives them a deeper appreciation for the island's history because rum here isn't just a product, it's a symbol of Barbadian skill, resilience, and pride. Then, when it's time to relax, head to Crane Beach, one of the most photographed beaches on the island and often listed among the best in the world. Its soft sand has a faint pink hue, and its cliffs create a dramatic background that makes it unforgettable. The waves here are stronger because it faces the Atlantic, but that's what gives it its character. You can body surf, sunbathe, or simply watch the water crash against the rocks while the breeze keeps everything cool. There are lifeguards, clean facilities, and small vendors nearby selling drinks and snacks. Families come for the view, couples for the romance, and solo travelers for the peace. It's one of those places that look even better in person than in pictures, natural, clean, and open, a reminder that Barbados keeps its beaches accessible and beautiful for everyone. Now, let's add a little thrill, surfing at the Soup Bowl in Bathsheba. Barbados' east coast faces the full power of the Atlantic Ocean, and the waves here attract surfers from around the world. Even if you're not an expert, it's worth visiting just to watch locals and professionals ride the waves that roll in like clockwork. The coastline is rugged, with rock formations and coconut trees bending slightly with the wind. Small cafes and guest houses overlook the water, making it a great spot to relax and soak in the vibe. There's no over-commercialization, no chaos, just the sound of the sea and the sight of surfers mastering nature. It's also a favorite spot for photographers because the light here, especially during sunrise, gives the water an incredible glow. Bathsheba shows another side of Barbados, wild, free, and full of energy. Heading north on the island, you'll find one of the most unique spots in all of Barbados, the Animal Flower Cave. It's located at the very tip of the island in St. Lucie, where the Atlantic Ocean meets the cliffs with unbelievable force. The cave gets its name from the small sea anemones that live in the rock pools inside, opening and closing like flowers when touched. You can walk down into the cave through a staircase and look out over the ocean through natural windows in the rock. It's safe, accessible, and truly special because it's the only accessible sea cave in Barbados. The inside feels peaceful but powerful. You hear the water echoing, smell the salt air, and see waves crashing just beyond the entrance. Many visitors come for photos, but most stay longer because it's so calming. There's also a small restaurant above the cave with one of the best ocean views you'll ever see. You can sit, eat, and feel like you're standing at the edge of the world, and in a way, you are, because no other place combines that natural beauty with such simplicity. Now let's head to Bridgetown and its Garrison area, both listed as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. This part of Barbados is a living museum of history, with colonial-era buildings standing beside colorful shops and busy streets. Walking here feels like stepping back in time while still being in the middle of modern life. The Parliament buildings with their clock tower, the old barracks that once housed British troops, and the Independence Square all tell the story of how far the country has come. Guides share how Bridgetown played a major role in regional trade, politics, and the movement toward independence. What's impressive is how well the island preserves its heritage, not as something frozen in time, but as part of everyday life. You can walk along Broad Street, stop for a coffee, and still see evidence of centuries of history around you. Every building, street, and monument reminds you that Barbados has always been more than a vacation spot. It's a nation built on strength, resilience, and progress. If you're lucky enough to visit between July and August, then you're in for one of the island's biggest celebrations, the Cropover Festival. This event has roots going back hundreds of years, originally marking the end of the sugarcane harvest. Today, it's transformed into a massive carnival full of color, dance, and excitement. Locals wear dazzling costumes, bands play calypso and soca music, and the entire island turns into one big party. There are parades, concerts, and competitions, but what makes Cropover so special is that it's not just for tourists, it's a celebration by the people, for the people. You can feel the pride and happiness everywhere. Even if you're just watching, it's impossible not to get caught up in the energy. It's also one of the safest and most organized festivals in the Caribbean, with plenty of family-friendly events alongside the main street parades. Cropover captures everything Barbados stands for: joy, unity, and culture that welcomes everyone. When it comes to food, Barbados has a flavor all its own. One of the best parts of visiting is trying authentic Bajan cuisine, which blends African, British, and Caribbean influences into something truly unique. Flying fish and cuckoo is the national dish, made from cornmeal and okra served with spiced fish. It's rich, flavorful, and full of history. You'll also find macaroni pie, rice and peas, fish cakes, and the famous pudding and sauce served on weekends. The best way to taste it all is to visit local spots instead of big restaurants, small family-run kitchens where the recipes haven't changed for generations. What stands out about Bajan food is that it's simple but done perfectly, with real flavor and care. Locals love to talk about food too, and if you ask for recommendations, people will happily point you to their favorite stalls or share stories about how dishes are made. It's another reminder that in Barbados, culture and hospitality always go hand in hand. For something different and exciting, head to the Garrison Savannah to watch horse racing, a tradition that goes back to the 1800s. It's one of the oldest racetracks in the region, and on race days, the place comes alive with cheering crowds, colorful outfits, and the sound of hooves thundering down the track. Even if you're not into horse racing, it's worth going just for the atmosphere. Families bring picnics, vendors sell snacks and drinks, and everyone gathers around the grassy track. It's both lively and welcoming, and it shows how deeply sport is woven into Barbadian culture. There's no heavy betting pressure like in big international events, it's more about enjoyment and community. The backdrop of colonial buildings and open green fields gives it a classic look, and when the national anthem plays before the big races, you can feel the pride of the people. It's a part of the island soul that still thrives today. Next up is something every traveler should try, a catamaran cruise along the Platinum Coast. This stretch of the island, running from Bridgetown to Bridgetown, is known for its calm turquoise water and luxury villas. You'll find many catamaran companies offering half-day or full-day cruises, and each one delivers a mix of adventure and relaxation. You can snorkel with tropical fish, swim in hidden coves, and even stop to feed turtles in their natural habitat. On board, you'll be served local food and drinks while soft music plays and the sea breeze cools the air. What makes it special isn't just the scenery, it's the easygoing vibe. Everyone ends up talking, laughing, and taking in the view as the boat glides along the coast. Sunsets here are stunning, and when the sky turns orange and gold, you understand why people fall in love with Barbados over and over again. It's peaceful, beautiful, and effortless, the kind of day that defines what a Caribbean escape should feel like. One of the island's most peaceful and beautiful spots is Hunte Gardens, located in a lush valley in the center of Barbados. Created by horticulturist Anthony Hunte, it's a private garden open to the public, and it's unlike any other. You enter through a small gate, walk down into a green paradise filled with tropical plants, flowers, and pathways that twist through different levels. There are benches tucked between trees, fountains surrounded by orchids, and birds fluttering above. The owner often greets visitors himself, offering refreshments and sharing stories about how the garden was built in a natural sinkhole. The music playing softly in the background gives it a calm, welcoming feel. Travelers often describe it as one of the most relaxing places they've ever visited because it's quiet, well-kept, and full of natural beauty. It's also a great reminder that Barbados beauty isn't only on the beaches, it's everywhere, even in the heart of the island. Another unforgettable experience you can only have in Barbados is visiting the Barbados Wildlife Reserve, located in the parish of St. Peter. It's not a zoo, it's more like a peaceful sanctuary where animals live freely in their natural environment. The reserve is home to the famous Barbados green monkeys, along with tortoises, deer, iguanas, and colorful peacocks that roam around without cages or barriers. You can walk along shaded brick paths surrounded by tall mahogany trees, watching animals cross calmly in front of you. The atmosphere feels calm, family-friendly, and deeply connected to nature. The highlight for many is feeding time, when dozens of monkeys come out from the forest to eat together, an experience that never feels forced or artificial. There's also a small reptile house and a bird area, but the real joy is simply walking and observing how well the animals live in harmony here. The reserve shows Barbados' respect for wildlife and proves that you don't need massive safari parks to enjoy authentic encounters with nature, just genuine care and a clean, well-preserved environment. And finally, what truly makes Barbados stand out from any other island isn't just the beaches, the food, or the festivals, it's the people. Experiencing true Bajan hospitality is something you can't really explain until you've felt it. Locals are known for being warm, approachable, and always ready to help. Whether you're asking for directions, ordering at a small beach bar, or visiting a local shop, the friendliness feels genuine. There's no rush, no hard selling, just an easy flow of conversation that makes visitors feel like part of the community. People in Barbados take pride in their island, and they're always happy to share stories, advice, or even a good laugh with travelers. Taxi drivers often double as tour guides, explaining the history of the neighborhoods you pass through. Shop owners might remember you the next day and greet you by name. Even at busy attractions, there's a calm, organized feel that comes from people truly loving what they do. This spirit of warmth is what turns a trip to Barbados from a holiday into a memory. It's the human connection that makes travelers come back again and again. When you add it all up, the beaches, the culture, the history, and the people, Barbados stands out as more than just a Caribbean destination. It's a place that gives you both excitement and peace, tradition and modern comfort, energy and relaxation all at once. Every corner of the island has something to offer, from the bustling streets of Bridgetown to the quiet northern cliffs where the ocean roars against the rocks. You can spend one day exploring caves underground, the next sailing over turquoise waves, and end your trip dancing under the stars at Oistins. It's safe, clean, and full of experiences that feel natural, not manufactured. What's most impressive is how the island keeps its charm while welcoming visitors from all over the world, never losing its sense of identity. That's why so many travelers say Barbados isn't just a place to visit, it's a place to experience, to feel, and to remember long after you leave. Barbados is small, but it offers a world of experiences packed into one island. It shows that you don't need to travel far to find beauty. Sometimes, it's right here waiting for you to explore it. Whether you come for the beaches, the culture, or just the warm smiles, you'll find something here that feels personal and real. Every sunset, every friendly wave, and every flavor you taste becomes part of your story. So when you plan your next trip, don't just look for somewhere to go, look for somewhere to feel alive. And that's exactly what Barbados gives you, because there truly is no other place like it.